All right, everybody, here, welcome to a little bit of Starfinder in the Sven Zone. I'm having issues with my phone here while I'm trying to check my sound. There we go. Let's see if everybody say hi. There we go. Let's see if everybody say hi. There we go. Let's see if everybody say hi. All right, so you guys are not on. Let me try this. All right, try it again. Awesome. Okay, let me figure out what's happening here. Hey, Atomic Hero Squad, welcome, welcome. I'm having some sound issues with the players, so give me a second here. Great to see you. Thanks for coming by. All right. All right. Let's have you guys say something again, please. All right. So audio output. Let's see. Shouldn't be here. It should be default. Aha. Okay. Let me see. No, that wasn't working. Let me try this. Hello, hello, hello. No. All right. Can I have you guys say something again, please?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, 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 hello.
That might be it. Let me see. Hold on a second. All right. So one more time, say hello.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? Hello, hello. Welcome to our gaming night. Atomic Hero, yeah.
I still don't hear anything on stream.
My phone doesn't have the right. It keeps going to give me the ringtone instead of the actual volume. Too many moving parts. What do I get for turning the volume down? I'm not used to using my phone. I'm used to using the PC, and now this is not. Let me leave Twitch and come back, see if that works.
Just got rid of your hand.
All right, so I think I have my sound figured out for my phone. Yes, I do. All right, so
I have to mute it.
Yay?
Echo, echo, echo.
All right, we have sound. We are ready to rock and roll. The setting is not
Okay.
what I normally have it set on, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. It works. Woohoo!
So what you are trying to do some sort of different thing? Is that why it's going this way? As opposed to using your computer, I meant.
No,
Main
what I
automation.
use the phone for is I use the phone to check for my sound, because if I open up another window on my computer, check the stream, again, it just overtaxes my computer. So by using my phone, I can check the stream, make sure we have sound without taxing my computer. Anywho, we are good to go. We are ready to rock and roll. Last time we were here was 2 weeks ago. Last week, we normally would have done the Dawn of Flame campaign, but we did not play last week. So you guys are close to the Gate of the 12 Suns. You have spent the whole, well, even though you didn't realize it at first, you have spent this whole adventure getting to this point where behind, in the center of these 12 suns, is an interdimensional portal that will allow this massive sun-destroying weapon called the Stellar Degenerator to be used. And you are in a race with possibly the Corpse Fleet, although you haven't seen them in a couple minutes, and the Cult of the Devourer to try to gain control over this weapon. What you guys are going to do with it, you haven't really decided yet, but you do know that you don't want it to get into the hands of the Cult of the Devourer, because they will just destroy everything they possibly can, because that's all they're about. And the Corpse Fleet will use it to try to take over the universe and rule the universe in their undead fashion. So you guys have you arrived here. It took you about a day once you dropped out of the drift to get closer to these suns. And then as you were doing scans and such, you realized that there were planets around each individual sun, had its own planet. And there's some sort of energy field carved out of the middle of the planet, of each planet, that you think is used to power and open up the portal. But there is one planet that has life. All the other ones are dead. And so that's where you were headed when you got intercepted by the Jangly Man and his two fighter cronies. You guys destroyed or disabled his larger ship called the Singularity. And then you docked with said ship and waited for him to come over to yours, which is where you are now, in the middle of the docking of the cargo bay, fighting the Jangly Man and three specters, shade spawns that he brought with him. And that is where we left off last time. Any questions, anything you guys wanted to add before we get rolling here? Thank you so much for the subscription as well, by the way. So we haven't done it in a while. So let's go ahead and Nosi, tell us in a couple minutes or less what's up with Nosi. Who is she and what does she do?
And Nosy is a Sharon. It looks like a walking bug person. He's a mystic of some sort. He is very much into culture and history and physical sciences and this sort of thing. He has some medical acumen. He's also learning to do some fighting. as many times that is what's necessary. She has a sort of like a Wolverine type of bone blade that is in her mandible. She can force out and uses a sword, pretty potent. Uh, some cool spells, some really cool ones. Some of them are really for things will probably come across in the future, like a bubble skin that you can help somebody stay stay status from where their injuries are and not die. So that's some cool stuff.
All right.
Okay.
And what about Zarel?
Zuriel is a Lashunta mystic, and I'm also a paranormal investigator. So anytime we're in different places, if there's anything hinky going on, I investigate that as well.
Say hinky or kinky?
Hinky.
Okay. Kinky.
And what about Serena?
Serena, the Solarian drow, is semi-tall, very skilled, lithe, and kind of like the female version of like James Bond or whatever from the legendary woman fighters and whatnot. But she's also secretive and she's good at athletics and tumbling, and that her main fighting thing is fight map, which is a little round ball that kind of follows her around, and then she just reaches up and becomes her black sword with like a flat black with blue lightning kind of going over it. Solarian thing, kick ass. You can also use that Solarian power to have a blast out of energy at some point as she builds up and whatnot. But she's very, very good at picking whether it's overt or whatever the other word is. Covert. Over to covert. There we go.
All right. Awesome. 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 Anything else you guys wanted to add about the recap? Anything I missed?
No.
All right. So we're going to jump right into the action here. The Jangly Man is up at the top of round 6. He is engaged with Serena. Not looking very good. All right, and it looks like he has pretty much done all of his extra special tricks that he can do, so he's just simply going to stab you with his spear. All right, and the first one misses, so you're going to try again. As he does a full attack. And the second one misses with a natural 1. Let's go ahead and just do a quick check. He needs under 77%.
You're going by the 1,000 deaths thing?
He got a 6. Okay. Oh no, this is just the critical fail chart cards that we use.
Oh, okay.
If you get a critical fail and you get higher than 77%, there's a 1/3 chance that you'll have an effect. All right, and then immediately following him is Todd, our guardian robot for your ship.
Yay.
He's not a droid, he's not an android, he is a robot put together by Fievel.
Yay.
He's trying to punch into this shadow.
who is not showing up tonight. I'm assuming, as well as
He's not able to make it tonight. He's helping a friend put together a trampoline.
oh, those things are bastards waiting to happen. Waiting.
All right, so slams into it, does a little bit of damage, punches it. All right, and that leads us to Serena.
Ah, yes, he is fighting with anybody. The name of the other guy is A. No name. I believe she was attacking Daniel Dude. It does not say. I mean, I'm not seeing what we're targeting anything to know what happened last time.
Correct, you're not targeting anything.
I know, but I meant last time I was targeting Jangly, right?
Yes.
Remember correctly? Oh, he's going to quick attack, then
All right, so you start moving and moving very acrobatically as you twist and turn and try to throw him off as to what your actual intent is. A natural 20, that is a success. You got a 44.
plus what it means if he is that one. Okay, here we go. Hell yeah.
All right, so you apply
Like,
a little bit
gotta
of
apply the
flat-footedness because you catch him off guard successfully and swing with your sword and slash into him.
push the quick attack button. No, that one. That one. Yes, that must be.
Yep. And that is
Okay.
enough to take him down. So what does it look like as you finish him off with your sword?
I've already been striking him a number of times fairly successfully. It was probably a 35th. Probably a backhand, pending off the other D, and secretly going for the same target and wiping him out. Doing a little dig, doing the robot, and then no. Yeah.
Very cool. Very awesome. All right. No, see. Well, Serena, did you want to move or anything else? You've got this other oblivion
Yeah, I think
shade in your
areas
face.
there. And we decided that they can be affected by weapons, just not as magical, not as much as a regular weapon. I mean, is my sword magical technically? It is magic.
Yes, your sword is
Okay,
considered magic, correct?
so in this creature, would the magic allow it to do damage more substantially, or am I asking the wrong question?
So you can either do a knowledge check or you can do a perception check to see uh, how much you've been noticing as you've been in the middle of a fight with the Jangly Man.
Okay, well, yeah, well,
So,
they're also in communication with each other, so Nosy may have helped a little bit. Okay, here we go. You said it was life. What was it? Life sciences. Life science.
so for undead, it is considered um,
Uh,
mysticism.
she's trained in it. Here we go. Come on, baby. What do you got? 19.
All right, so you know that there's a bunch of things that they're immune to, like poison and sleep and paralysis and things like that, mind affecting effects, stunning, things like that. These particular ones, are incorporeal. So anything that is incorporeal means that they can, I'm just double checking. I hope it's not here. Basically, you take half damage from anything that's not magical.
Okay, but they'll take damage more so if it's magical.
They take regular damage from magical weapons, yes.
Okay, cool. So would a bone blade be considered magical?
I don't know if I don't think your bone blade is magical. No, I don't think it has any kind of augments or fusions on it.
We can just say it does.
It would be listed in the damage. It would say slashing or P or S, comma, magic.
Okay. Six strikes. Yeah, weapons damage is magic. That's right there. It's part of my
There you go. So yes, it's considered magic because of your mystic strike.
so yeah. Line up here. Bone blade out. See whatever he was doing.
All right, so you just slash at this thing. It shifts to the side, and your blade goes flashing by it. Um, all energy attacks and magical kinetic attacks deal half damage to incorporeal creatures. Incorporeal creatures take full damage from other incorporeal creatures and effects, but oh, here it is. So corporeal spells and effects that do not cause damage have only 50% chance of affecting it. And then it is immune to all non-magical kinetic attacks. So I was incorrect. I misspoke
Kinetic
about that.
meaning of the mind. No, kinetic is physical.
Kinetic is slashing, bludgeoning, or piercing. So like not energy. Anything that targets KAC.
Okay.
So like your bullets and stuff. All right, so this one right in front of you is very wispy. It's nowhere near as dark as the other two. It has taken quite a bit of damage, and it tries to reach out and touch Nosy. But an 8 is not going to be enough as you dodge out of the way, swinging your bone blade at it and ducking out of the way as it tries to touch you. Number 10 is going to try to attack Todd.
Mm.
For minimal damage to Todd as its hand reaches out and some of the sparks fly from where it reaches through him. And the other one now is against Serena as she ducks and weaves and bobs with her magic sword. And it misses. Zerael. So far you have not used Aura. If you want, let's see, her bite is not considered magical, so you know that wouldn't do any good against these creatures.
Okay.
She could flank and provide +1, the flanking bonus, but other than that, +2, whatever it is.
Okay. Um, this is hard.
And these are undead as well, So mind affecting effects like mental blasts wouldn't work against him.
Hmm. Electricity, would electricity work?
It is, yes, energy does half damage.
Okay,
Non-magical
well,
energy.
alrighty. Mm-hmm.
You also know that your bite from your ring of fangs is also considered magical.
Ring of
Ara's
fangs.
Ara's pretty magical as it is, isn't she? I mean, like highly.
I
As
have a
opposed to
ring of
just a
fangs.
bunch.
I do have a ring of fangs. Ooh. Don't I have to be next to him for that too?
Yes, you would have to be adjacent to them to bite them. Yep.
Okay, let me bite them. Ow. Or it. Bite it. Oh, I didn't even have it targeted. Dang it.
All right, so when you wear this ring, your teeth become long and sharp, giving you a powerful bite attack. You can choose to have your unarmed attacks deal lethal piercing damage, and you automatically gain a special version of the weapon specialization feat that adds double your level to the damage of these unarmed attacks, rather than adding your regular level.
That's very cool.
Okay. Well, I didn't have him targeted, so did I hit?
So I do need to fix that.
Miss.
It is a miss, but if you do hit, you're going to be doing 1d4 plus 1 plus 20.
Okay, wow.
1d4. 1d4 plus 1 is not.
Alrighty then.
Plus 20, though, that takes it in. Makes it real.
No, no aura.
All right. So back top of the next round, Todd. Let's take a look and see what Todd can do here. So he's going to take a 5-foot step back. Since his fists are useless, he does have a pistol. So he's going to pull out the pistol and try to shoot this thing and see if this does any better.
Now, can the step back be a guarded step?
Yep, that's a 5-foot guard step back. Correct. All right, so this one actually does some damage to it. So he takes half of the 11 points damage as the electricity zaps out. It's normally non-lethal damage that this thing does because he is a guard robot, so he's not lethal. He also has things like a net, a knife fiber net, and flash grenades and smoke grenades and stuff. Um, but his pistol, stacked pistol, is enough to zap it. Serena.
Yeah. Targeted the other dude here. Okay, here we go.
All right, so you succeeded.
automatic is the one.
All right, so give me a percentile. You want lower than a 77.
Lower than a 70. Here we go. No. Reverse. It's negative. The negative 95. Opposite day.
All right, so here's the critical failure chart. We have three. We have the melee, magic, and ranged. This is a melee critical failure. So go ahead and just click the little button that says roll. All right, telegraphed moves. Your movement give away your action, allowing the enemy to dodge, block, or counter for 1 round. Um, all right,
It'll include my quick tap. I mean,
correct. So your um, trick attack is not working right now. All right, Nosi, don't forget you are in photon mode 3, and you also have the ability Serena does to use a 34 on any time for her trick attack instead of rolling. So,
She's right there. She's gonna fight the bone blade again. Yep. There we go. Yeah.
all right, 16 on the dice is enough. So your blade comes as you swipe through the air, slicing through this thing. It should not be half, so I'll go ahead and fix that. Let me just make sure I read it right. All energy attacks and magical kinetic attacks deal half damage. So this is a magic kinetic attack. Normally you wouldn't be able to hit it at all. So it is correct. Cool. So you just slice through it. Whoosh. You still do a decent amount of damage.
Cool.
Moving anything else?
No.
This thing is now in the red zone as the wisps are having a hard time staying together. Uh, you can see almost completely through it. All right, so the one on Serena gets his attack. Despite the bonus, he still misses. And Zarel, back to you.
Okay, let's try that again. This time with untargeted. Ring of Fame. The crap. Fine.
2 on the dice, sadly. All right, so you try to bite out of it. Reaches out again, and as Nosi slices into it, it sort of leans into the bone blade and grabs Nosi's shoulders and just pierces through. And once again, you feel the burning as your skin starts smoking and burning away. This is like, I remember looking at it before. Every turn on your turn, you will take 1d4 damage at the start of your turn as your skin is burning with this acid and necrotic terribleness. You can take an action to put it out, to stop it. So can Zarel.
Do what?
It's the same as if he was on fire, so you're able to help him put out this acid and stop the
Okay.
acid burning if you move adjacent to him. And the other one misses Zarel as we go back to the top of round 8. Nosy, you are first as you burn. Take 3 more points of damage from this acid.
Let's still tap attack for bone dice.
Okay.
Line up. Oh, we everyone's wondering if 3 is not.
Yes. Like a 2 on the die, 3 is not going to be quite enough. Serena, let's see if you can shake off your mess up from before.
Yep. Probably will. Right. Yep. Very small.
All right, so you are able to trick it one more time.
Okay. Successful or unsuccessful? For the trick attack.
You were successful. Yep.
That's flat-footed. Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Here we go.
All
Oh,
right, there we go. So that is a hit. I'm waiting for the damage. Yeah, we're waiting for the damage. You got that?
on me. I thought I already did it. It did damage on the second. No, maybe. There we go.
All right.
Nothing to think about.
Very nice. Very nice. And that is enough to take him out. All right. So what does it look like when you take out this shade?
Marvelous, lovely sword. Having taken out the other one. Scoops in and very elegantly slices it. Yeah. He's already looking around for the next battle. So, opponent.
So I want to check something real quick. All right. All right. And so as you are you gonna move over, or are you gonna stay where you are? Actually, I'm sorry. It's part of your trick attack. Uses up your move. So,
Okay.
all right. So this going after Nosi one more time. No, 5 is not going to do it. 17 on the dice. I mean, 17 total. But this other one is going to go after Zarel since the Todd step back. And it's also a miss. Actually, these things are reaching out and leaning back away from it. Todd's going to shoot. Very nice. He only rolled a 5, but that is still enough to hit. And this number 7 is barely hanging on. So close to dying. Zarel.
Okay. One more time. Third time's a charm. Let's see it. There we go.
18, right?
All right, let's see that damage.
Don't forget to add the other 10.
That's weird. I just looked at it and it was says D4 plus 10 plus 11.
Did I hit the wrong one? I think I hit the wrong one. Let me try that again. Can you take it off there?
Yes, you did hit the wrong one. There we go.
Okay.
Had me wondering what was going on. Yeah, I'll take it off right now.
And then I'll hit the right one.
There we go. 23. Much better.
Alrighty.
All right, so um it's like chewing on a burnt piece of wood. It's like ashy and doesn't taste very good at all, but it is. There's nothing in your mouth. It just a taste. Uh,
Okay.
Serena, your turn again.
Oof. So she's gonna go like trick attack. I think she's gonna use the boxes there.
Okay.
Trick attack. There we go.
Jump up around and do a little parkour off the boxes. Do a
Thank you.
flip as you come down, slice toward this shade.
Yeah. Slicing in on the move. Here we go. Oh, maybe.
And as a hit.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. Then dice. Didn't need to use my solar blast.
All right. Despite a lot of ones in there, still did some decent damage. 16 points of damage. All right, Nosy. Taking some a little bit more acid burning. 1 more point.
Here we go. On blade, kicking in. All that practicing on the ship is not paying off. Got to talk to the dungeon master about that bit.
Yeah, talk to your dice. Rolling a 4. All right, so this shade is going to turn towards Serena since she did all that damage to it. 15 on the die is still a miss because of his off target, so it made it do 2 less. The other one's reaching for Nelsie again, and that is also a miss. All right, so you talk and finish this thing off.
My baby.
Once again, he levels his pistol over Nelsie's shoulder. The thing goes flying past it. And that is enough to take this one out. As the electricity crackles through it, and it just sort of fades away. Zarel.
This is the last one, isn't it?
As far as you know, yeah. None of the other 2 are already destroyed, and Jangly Man is on the ground. That is a hit.
Get that one.
Nice. 11 points of damage. And that will bring us back to Zarel. Can you finish
Wow.
this thing off?
I don't know. Let me take another bite and see.
That's a
Ooh,
hit.
baby. Nice.
You did.
Woo
That is
woo.
enough. Just enough uh, to the exact amount of damage you needed. And as you, again, these big fangs extend from your lips as you slice and bite into it, and it fades. And you're coughing out little puffs of smoke as we are out of combat.
I just had an idea. Is it feasible for Serena to utilize her proton and graviton thing after the combat has stopped? Does it like within a minute if you like use that thing anyway? Like to blow up something or
I would let you do it as long as you do it right after the combat. I mean, you wouldn't be able to hold on to it for 10 minutes, something like that, but
right,
I'd
yeah.
say within a minute, sure.
Okay.
All right, so the doors are open, leading over to the other ship. You've got the Jangy Man on the ground. What are you guys doing?
Probably search him
Searching, yeah, definitely.
Um,
with these places.
George, I don't know what the heck's his name. Hold on. Here. Allies. Yes, George. George had told you already that he had done a scan of the Jangy Man ship, and the Jangy Man was the only living creature on it. So I'm sorry, what did you say you were doing?
We were searching.
Searching, okay. So you see he has an augmentation um, on his skin and throat. I would need either a medicine DC 27 or a um, engineering DC 25 to know what this does.
In medicine.
All right, so this is called disquieting nanites. If we click on the other tab, you can see that it makes your skin, infuses it with a host of nanites that swirl in hypnotic patterns. And they swirl around your voice box, sort of modifying your voice. So you can activate these nanites and you can then maintain it every round. Creatures that can see or hear you must succeed at a will save or be shaken for as long as it can see or hear you. So it gives you this sort of
It can be like scared to a certain degree.
correct. It's a minus, pretty much a -2 on everything if you're shaken. Um, and then so it's just disquieting, just odd, eerie feeling that you get when you're around him. But that is an augmentation. So if you wanted to, one of you mystics could remove it from him. And if you take a couple hours, you could install it in your medbay in one of you if you wanted.
What was the properties of it again? The augmentation.
It
Oh, there it is.
messes with your voice box and makes people creeped out when they're around you.
Level 8. Uh, I, I know Serena has at least one augmentation. Where would I find augmentations?
They're on your inventory page. I don't know if they're parceled out correctly because they now have on your gear page, they now have augments. No, they're not. So, but that's where it should be. Um, you have the shadow nerves. That's the only thing that you have that's a augmentation. Nosy hasn't the bone blade augmentation, and I believe that's it. I don't think Zerail has an augmentation.
I don't think I do either. Or maybe I do.
You can make this.
Double check that. I have an upgrade. Is that the same as an augmentation?
Well,
Yes, I get sort of. I don't think they're classified as the same thing, but
Okay.
in essence, it's the same. Yeah,
Or I was just double checking because I knew I had something.
because those give you a boost to your stats. So yeah, you guys have those as well. All right. Let's get. So I found what's on our ship. I'm looking for him. Here he is. Okay. All right. So you got so as and also um, George is able to tell you that he was able to disable the two fighters. Your ship has taken some more damage from the shielding and stuff, and but you do not have any more of your hull plating that's damaged. So
Okay.
As it is wiped out, no longer usable. That what that means? You just said.
no, you are able to repair the shields, the deflector shields. Yes.
Okay.
And so 5 goes off and starts working on those repairs. All right, guys, I'm getting close. I'm just looking for the. I have to see the XP. Now that the fighters are destroyed, you get that XP as well. All right, let's take a look at his gear, shall we? Here it is. All right, so he has a couple batteries. He has a pistol, Kasatha Microcore 3, with a haste circuit and an infrared sensors, and a tactical spear.
I suppose fear just means the size of it, correct? Versus having all the cool camouflage painting.
The tactical spear is just the
Good question, Nick.
style of it's just the type of spear it is. So let me add these to the party sheet. There you go. So you can take a look at those, see if there's anything you guys want in particular.
Party sheet.
And here comes the experience. Any questions on the gear? You can see the disintegrator pistol is level 6. I think everything you guys have is better than that.
Yeah. Now this fighting man, I put sort of a container in the all thingy.
The squatting nanites is the augmentation I was talking about,
All considered.
where you attach them to your vocal
No, good.
cords in your throat. Spear only does 1d6. It's a level 1 weapon, so none of these things, except for maybe the batteries, will be of interest to you guys, as far as I know. All right, so moving on. What do you guys, so now that you've searched him, what are you doing with the body, and what would you like to do now?
I don't know. Chuck it out into space.
That's our ship. So
All right,
you want to get
so
rid of the body.
Todd will take
Let's
and
do,
drag it across to the other side and go dispose of the body out into space. Through the other airlock. This ship has at least 2 airlocks, one on each side, and I think there's a third airlock in the back. I don't remember off the top of my head. But you have the 2 main ones for the cargo bays. So he throws out the other one since this one is docked right now and has a ship attached to the other airway. All right, so you guys gonna disengage? Did you want to go and search the other ship? What did you want to do?
Just search the other ship. We have to help us and whatnot. Is it assuming that the quality, we would recognize the quality as being something that it be of use, things it's carrying, like a
All right,
junker. No, we don't really.
it does need repair. It has decent weapons on it because it was doing some damage to you all. So as you come aboard, let me find out exactly where the airlock is. Give me a second.
We have 3 for the freight and then 1 for pedestrians.
All right, so there are 2 airlocks. One is on the port and side, so it has 2 decks as well. A smaller top deck and a larger bottom deck. So there's a airlock on the bottom right side, starboard side, and there's a airlock on the top port side, left side. Which one would you have attached to, the bottom or the top, left or right?
What are you talking about?
Around.
On the enemy ship, which one would you have attached to? Which dock? Which airlock?
They would probably go for
Whichever
the.
one was closest to us.
Well, keep in mind that they were attaching to us.
I don't know what was closest to us at the time. We would have attached to somewhere relatively close to us.
All right, so we'll say you attach to the bottom deck. And so let me share this.
Did I miss something? Were we searching the ship or are we cutting it loose?
I thought you guys said we were searching the ship.
Yeah, thought correctly.
Okay.
I said that I think that they might do some quality stuff, including if their weapons are pretty decent. Money they spent somewhere, somebody spent it. I don't know how you make use of the ship type of thing, but cargo and goodies, I would love to see. Does Todd have any augmentations as far as like being able to walk through the ship and stuff out where they had a secret weapon? Missing one.
You're cutting out. Does Todd have any augmentations? What? He's a robot, so he doesn't have
Yeah,
augmentations.
right. But was he able to like sense into like a special room or this, like mentally thinking about the layout of the ship? There's something missing here. The room is, whatever, like they do in the figure out by space.
So I'm having a real hard time hearing you, but are you saying you want to find a map of the ship?
Yes.
Yes, the George can send that over to you. Yes, they can. You guys have he can do thorough scans and send you a 3D rendering of it on your communicator.
Okay. Cool.
Well, Zerail is along for the ride, but I am more pushed to get to where we need to be without wasting more time. We're already so far behind them.
Okay.
All right, so you come into this. Um, it is a cargo airlock. There you go. The tokens are unlocked. On the other side of it is a large cargo bay.
Check out the cargo. We have get access to benefits. This easier. So what they're acknowledging as being things that they have legally.
All right, so what I'm going to do actually to save some time, um, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys see the ship. So if we zoom out, you'll see that you guys are on the bottom deck in the cargo bay. So go ahead and move yourself around where you want to go, and I'll tell you what's there.
This is the actual.
All right, so Zerail, you see this is mostly empty. There are a couple ritualistic patterns drawn on the floor, and there's debris and garbage and stuff. Um,
Oh,
but for the most part, it doesn't look like, there's a couple empty food containers and things like that, but nothing of real value or interest is in here.
Okay.
so this is a secondary ship tethered to the main ship. Is that what we're saying?
This is the below deck, the bottom deck.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The main ship is above you.
Any symbols on any of the boxes? Oh, happy found the manifest.
Most of them are just Acme um, supply boxes. Most of them are empty because they've been out here for a while.
Okay. Where's the? Is this where no see is? Is that where the door is to come through, or the hole in the wall? Okay. We go see in this room.
There's not a wall there at all. It's just, this whole thing is open.
Oh, one big large room.
It's a huge cargo bay.
Oh, okay.
The orange
Sym-
thing to the north is a door.
What's the symbol on the floor there? No,
It's part of the cult of the devourer.
inlay
So
gold.
Zerael, you are in the lower bridge on the you can see ahead of you is a lower bridge.
Okay.
You see two
And
dead people, two dead bodies,
okay.
freshly killed, one at each
And what
of the stations.
okay, and what about this small little room to my left?
That is the lift, the elevator.
Alrighty. Jumping in.
All right, Serena and Nosi, you going with her?
We're gonna take a look at the boxes and stuff like that over here before we do that.
You already did. There's just
That's,
some.
that's,
Most of it's been used, and there's, like I said, some rations and
okay.
clothes and
All
things
right.
like that, but nothing of real interest.
Okay. We will follow Zuriel. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
follow Zuriel wherever she is.
I'm up on top. I took the lift up to the upper level.
Okay, cool.
So when you come into this area, this is the lower bridge with two dead bodies, and you see Zerael standing in the elevator waiting for you.
So this
Say that again.
uh, Todd is with us as well.
Nope,
Assuming.
Todd is guarding the ship.
Okay.
So you do anything with the bodies, or are you just going up the elevator with Zerael?
I think we should like just dash them off to the side so they're not obvious. Somebody coming down. A little bit of hiding, but not gonna go out of do so.
Who cares?
Okay.
They're dead bodies. Who cares?
You never know when so many situations where if you just put them away a little bit, maybe.
All
Okay.
right. And as you do, you see that there's stab marks through both of their necks. You would guess it's probably from the spear. All right. So as you come out of the elevator, Zerael, you see you are in a large hallway. Again, this place hasn't been kept up. There are, broken pieces of things you can see on the ground behind you, and debris and dirt. Just they've let entropy take its course. As you see, as you're in this place, way off down to the bottom, you see the power core way at the other end of the ship, and there's a couple hallways and a bunch of doors along the way to the south.
Okay. Checking out the bridge.
All right, Zerael and Serena and Nosi, what are you doing? Go ahead and move yourself where you're gonna be.
Okay. The snap is Never mind. Where's the rail go?
I went to the bridge.
Up to the north.
Wait. This to go up.
So you smell blood as soon as as the doors open to the bridge, and you see here, you recognize it from the little transmission that the jangly man sent you. This is where he was talking when he sent you the transmission. And you see his large captain's chair in front of you, and then there's two different stations on either side of you. So it looks like it's in conjunction with the lower bridge. They all work in conjunction. Part of the screens you see are from the lower bridge as well, showing the lower bridge.
They came across some money at some point.
Any bodies in here? We smell blood, but are there any bodies in here as well?
Yeah, as you look around, you do see behind both stations there is a body behind each one. One is a Lashunta, and the other one is a human. Again, they both have these slash marks. Looks like they've been killed by a spear.
No yawning allowed.
Go ahead and let me see. Let me push you guys a roll while you're looking around. Are you going to be doing anything here on the bridge?
I'm not. I'm just trying to get through this ship expeditiously.
Got some computer skills.
So you guys should have a roll pop up, all of you.
Great at drilling them. Good.
All right, no, see, so from your studies and your, study of the human nature and stuff, and the things that Zarel has told you about the cult of the Devourer and the research that she's done, um, you're guessing they were killed because they were not able to defeat you all in space combat. So once the ship was taken, the timing seems about right that these have been dead for less than 10 minutes. He killed them because they failed him. Are you doing anything else on the bridge? Excuse me, stream.
I don't think so.
So if you guys are playing
One of
Starfinder,
those little
they could be searching the.
horn things on the outside of it. Antenna-like things or something.
They could be searching the ship's computers, the background, all this stuff.
Part of the architecture.
Give me just a minute, and I'll be able to answer that question for you. There you go. It's just decoration. And if they ever wanted to ram anybody, they could.
Yeah.
But it's mostly decoration. There are ramming devices that some starships utilize, like the old Viking ships and things that had, and Roman ships that had the rams attached to the front of them, and that's so they could ram into people. Same thing with spaceships; they do have that capability. This one does not, but it's got cool little spiky things saying, "We're not good people." All right, so as you search the rest of the ship, you come to. Oh, I was trying to move you into the captain's quarters. Number that's here. Here, it's down here. And in here, this is the captain's quarters. It is one of the few places in the ship that is actually well maintained. It's clean, uh, and it's actually very nice. Um, you do find some stuff in here. If I can find the buried, here it is. So you find under one of the drawers, you find a bunch of cred sticks, and yeah, so we're right by where his rail is. In one of those drawers, you find a bunch of cred sticks. So you're keeping them, you're scanning them to see how much they're worth. You're gonna leave them there. What are you doing?
Well,
Find out how much they're worth.
I have some no space bags.
All right,
I'm thinking
so
about that.
scanning them all. There looks to be 15 of them, and all total there is 25,000 credits.
Nice.
All right, and the other place of interest is across the hall in the crew's quarters. Attached to the ceiling, there's a spider harness.
Within the warehouse?
Nope, this is in the crew's quarters, right where you guys are now. Oops, let me move up the stream. So stream, this is the captain's quarters over here on this side, and they're now in the crew's quarters. So suspended from the ceiling is a suit of armor, has 6 arachnid legs attached to it. Each leg has a traction device at the tip, allowing the armor to climb up walls and walk across ceilings. So if you were to wear this powered armor, it gives you a speed of 25, a climb speed of 25. It also has powered arm braces that attach to your arms so that you can use weapons. It is a plus 10 to EAC, plus 13 to KAC. It is powered, so it takes batteries to run, and you do have to have the powered armor feat or proficiency in order to use it without natives. Doing a quick search on the interwebs, you figure it's close to 20,000 credits.
Wow.
Also in the room are a bunch of grenades
Grenades.
scattered amongst the beds and little foot lockers and nightstands that are next to them and stuff. You find just over a dozen, 13.
Who has proficiency for those? What kind are they? Are they
Drop everything in
frag
the party
grenades?
sheet. You find 8 screamer grenades and 5 shock grenades.
Ooh, shock grenades.
Screamers are level 2. A screamer grenade releases a piercing shriek of sonic energy. It does sonic damage and deafens people for 1d4 minutes. Pretty much the entire fight they'll be deaf if they fail. Does 2d10 sonic damage. And your shock grenades are level 3, are Mark 3s. So they do 3d12 shock grenade, shock damage.
So the shock could be non-lethal, or is it always going to be?
Shock is non-lethal, correct. Sonic, I don't remember off the top of my head which one it is.
Okay.
So you're going to bring the spider harness back to your ship.
I think it's not. It can fit my null space bag, can it?
No. It's a
Never
suit.
mind then.
It is like an Iron Man
It's
suit
football.
with giant spider legs on it.
Mandibles, yeah.
Which
The
you can
real
just,
wants to put it on, be all sanctified.
that's right, you can match
Oh, I don't have
Arakanid.
a need for it, and I think I already have climb.
And you're already sanctified.
You can fly regardless. But did you guys want to just leave it there? Or you're going to walk it back into, you can move it back into your ship just fine. And then just sell it if you survive.
We asked Todd to pick it up. Just move on.
All right, so I will delete it then. As Five sheds a tear. Are you guys, what are you doing with the grenades?
Grabbing those.
Oh yeah, we're keeping those.
Yeah.
All right,
Do
who wants it?
survival.
Well, I want one of each.
There's 6 of each. Then?
All right, so it's a rail. Let me open it up.
Basically, Ethereum Bible. Do its thing.
There you go. So you now have one of each.
Thank you.
All right, so I will go ahead and distribute the 25,000 credits as well. There you go. You guys spread out credit sticks to everybody. Hand them out. All right, is there anything else you wanted to do on this ship? There's the map, guys.
The manifest has the weapons.
Again, I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
Does it say that in the manifest what the 6 weapons are? ship weapons.
The ship's weapons?
Yeah.
Yes, you would have to go to the bridge for that.
But it wouldn't have been in any of the reports that we got off the computer then
Yes,
already.
you also can, as George knows the ship's weapons as well from scanning it.
Are there any of them that would better us? It's decent weapons, but they're not awesome. Be a little bit better. It'd be worthwhile to take some critical pieces.
The starships have high explosive missile launchers, twin lasers. Each of them have 2 missile launchers and a twin laser, and a coil gun as well. So they have 3 weapons pointing forward and 1 turret on each of the fighters. Singularity itself
Ow.
has a coil gun, a heavy laser cannon, particle beam, high missile explosive launcher. The particle beam does 8d6, and I think that's the biggest thing that's might be better than what you have.
I think that's it. So,
Alright, so I'm just taking a look to see. Alright, so it's actually easier to look on your ships tab. Yeah, so if you open up your ships tab on the gunner, on the bottom it shows you what they do. Your flak thrower only does 3d4, but the whole point of it is it throws out flak to stop missiles from hitting you, torpedoes and such. So their weapons do 44, 48, 5d8, and then that's on the fighters. The big one does 8d6, 48, 44. So what you guys have pretty much the same except for the one. So you have the light particle beam does 3d6. You could upgrade it to a regular particle beam, which does 8d6. Everything else you have is pretty much the same. You could upgrade. Yeah, that's everything else is. Let's see. They have a heavy laser cannon. You could switch out your light buster cannon and do 1d8 more. So just instead of 3d8, you would do 48. Does that answer your question?
yes, this is spectacular, of course. But thank
Well, I disagree. I think they're pretty dang awesome.
We've got the engineering,
Some great weapons. But hey,
anybody. 5 of these
5 is a good
Just
engineer as well
level
as
7. No, see, level 7.
yeah. So um, I'm not sure what Zarel has.
For engineering, nada. Let's see. I'm not even trained in it.
Right, so Five has a
I have
total
no
of
range, no
19
nothing.
in engineering. Next one is Serena. She has 14. Yeah, so Five is your engineer. Why were you asking?
No particular.
All right, so you've searched the ship. You found what is to be found on there. What are you guys doing?
Heading over, heading out, right?
Yep, and disengaging and leaving.
All right, so you disengage from the singularity, leave it floating in space, and you head toward the last planet, or the only planet that's still breathing. Just closing out all these windows I had open. All right, so that um,
Oh, what the?
I thought I had the right link. I do not. Give me just a moment here to pull up. As you guys close in on the planet, time it right. I do need a piloting check.
You'll have to give me a moment.
Level 6.
That's on 5. Part 5.
Okay, piloting check.
All right, so not only is it the only one that has any kind of form of life, it's also where the singularity came from, is that planet. Um, Go ahead and give me a, however you want to determine it
You
takes
still want the piloting? Did you still want the piloting check?
right. You just do that from your skills. It's a DC 25
Okay.
piloting check.
Yeah, right.
All right, so you do get a +4 because of that weird creature that you guys helped. So that is enough to pass. So you do not take damage from the gravitational fluctuations throughout the system
Okay.
in the first hour. Um, and I need another 12-sider. Odd, it takes 1 hour. Even, it takes 2 hours as you enter orbit around the planetoid. All right, so it only takes 1 hour. There you go. So you're able to get in orbit. You are safe from the gravitational pull of the other suns. If you ever want more, you guys have done extensive studies and scans and things as you were approaching. Plus, Zerael did a lot of study during the downtime, during the drift. I've shared that all with you before, but if you ever want it again, um, you know, yeah, I can spew these out anytime you want, talking about the different planets uh, and what happens from the burst of energy that goes through the planet and the techno magic devices that are maintained by world maintenance bots. So if you don't have those saved or you want them, just ask and I can spew them out. All right, and so you're orbiting above the planet. What would you like to do?
Take it away there, Israel.
So we're in orbit. Can we like go down to the planet of the surface of the planet?
You can,
It,
absolutely.
is it inhabitable?
All right, so you're going to do a check. Go ahead and give me a computer's check to scan the planet.
That's not me. Whoever's got computers is going to have to make that check.
So that would be either
Here's
Serena is the next highest besides 5.
here's 7.
So double click on the little die where it says 14. Give us a roll.
Nice.
You don't need that. Nothing.
All right, so you do
How do
see
you,
there is an oxygen-rich atmosphere, as weather because of the oxygen as well. There's one large ocean, and a couple small continents, um, and signs of life are all across the world. Looks like there's a techno-magical ley line that emanates from a tall antenna that encircles most of the planet, and there's a huge bore that runs through the center. Um, and that's the only part that doesn't have any life on it. All of the other planets have those as well, and you guys have seen these beams of energy shoot through those bores that go through the center of the planet.
everything's artificial then?
The life is not, no, but the planet itself was built, yes.
Yeah.
The ship's scanners also reveal a number of ruins, and there's a single intact structure on the equator.
Ooh, let's go there.
So I need a DC 20 physical science check. All right, so you can tell these buildings are thousands of years old, and the structure stands in the middle of a dense jungle. There is a landing pad in a clearing about half a mile away from it.
How do I pull up the speed again for one of my characters?
How do you? The speed is on your main page.
I don't have the thing right now. How page? How do I recreate that? That's page.
Uh, Double click on your portrait. I'm not sure what you're asking.
That's what I'm asking. It brings up math.
Serena has a speed of 40, and that's your token. Click on the other one, not the smaller one, the bigger one, and it'll open up your. I'm talking about the on the main on your page on your
Yeah.
just a portrait and floating in the middle of on the top right left corner. If you click on that, it'll open up your character sheet. But Serena has a speed of 40,
Right.
and Nosy has a speed of 30. All right, so give me a piloting check to land the ship on the landing pad.
Okay.
Can you throw up Lucy's page, please? I tried it. Clicking all
No,
4 of them.
I don't have a means of
Oh,
doing that.
really? Sorry.
I can't open it. Like I
I,
said, if you click on the where it is on the, I don't know how to explain it, but if you it's as you're looking at the Starfinder in Fantasy Grounds, somewhere on you can also look at the combat tracker and double click on her face in the combat tracker.
okay.
All right. 24.
Or the little piezo symbol if you have access to that. All right, so 24 is not only makes it safe, but it makes it only takes you an hour to land. All right, so I'm gonna say it took you an hour on the ship. And then it took you 2 hours to fly on get in orbit.
Need a moment, real quick.
All right, so you land on the planet at 22:45 on the 13th.
Give me a moment. I'm here.
Okay.
All right. Well, he's gone. I'm gonna take a quick moment to run upstairs myself. And run back down.
All right, guys. Those watching, we're done in half an hour. So thank you, Hero Squad. Appreciate you very much, man. There it is, the Mariko Nash as they land. Dun, dun, dun. It's a cool art Don't get a lot of those. So I'm impressed. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, we're gonna zoom in a little bit. We're gonna fix this map while they're not here. Let's open this up. Fix the grid.
Pretty cool. Similar to what we did
Okay.
that one temple that we went to that contains ring up there. Dollars and all the nationalities were.
All right, so you're both back.
Yep.
All right, so
Yep.
yes, I shared the cool picture they have as you land the ship.
Woohoo! Look what an awesome pilot I am. Okay.
Indeed.
Okay.
All right, and as you step out of the ship, you're on the landing pad. You see ahead of you is a path leading through the jungle to the northeast. You can hear screams and howls in the distance from local animals and fauna. It brings back memories of when you were on Castrovel.
That was a pretty fun adventure.
Go ahead and give me perception checks or nature, knowledge, nature, or survival. 25 or 20, respectively.
You don't have nature, then you just don't have it, right? And what's the third one? Survival, nature.
Survival, nature, knowledge, nature, or perception. All right, so 2 passes. You can see that the densest parts of the foliage were recently cleared with fire explosives and sharp instruments. As you guys step out of the ship, you see a flock of brightly colored double-billed birds fly away.
Double-billed birds.
Wait. Before I leave the ship, I want to put that I'm gonna put that symbol on. The unholy symbol.
Okay, you can wear it prominently so it can be seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
An attempt to pass off themselves as something.
All right, so like I said, you can tell it's been cleared. Looks like it's going to be pretty simple to walk up. So let me unlock. There you go. Tokens are unlocked.
Do we have a map of this area in our databanks? Hooked up plays in our mind.
I'm not sure I understand your question. You have the map. You're moving your character, aren't you?
Yeah, but I mean like more
Do we
detailed
have a
thing.
physical map in hand of the area?
No, you don't have a physical map. You have the data from your on your comm links, but you can see the building ahead of you. But if you want a topographical map of this continent, you can pull it from your comm link, from your
Yeah,
scans on the ship.
keeping an eye around.
All right. So as Nelsie moves up, you all hear the trees start to sway, and something very large comes blasting out of the jungle. The trees are snapping, the foliage is being pushed away. There's a huge beast with two mouths bursting out of the forest in front of you. Uh, it's got these small little legs, these massive clawed arms jut out from its body, and it's got a big old tail behind it, and it's roaring as it charges forward. And we need initiative.
There are your bonuses. Those are very sad rolls. Lovely. That's a lovely. That was the birds look like too. The two bills.
Nope. No, no, they were like birds. All right, and so everybody's rolled. Awesome. So Serena, you are up first.
Okay.
As this thing comes charging out of the forest, you are not in photon mode 3. So if you want to turn that off or delete it, either
Yes.
way.
Just be a There'll be photo team one for this round.
So the ground is damp and squishy, but not enough to really uh, hurt your movement or anything. It just looks like it's rained here a lot lately. Um, I mean, you see the broken pavement juts out from the mud and stuff around you.
So far away.
Again, you're cutting out really bad. What was your question?
35 feet, right? Is that what I'm seeing for the
Yes,
distance?
you're 35 feet away from it. Yep.
Plasma ribbon. They can. Sorry, I changed it, didn't I? I don't have that anymore. Which one did I replace it with? Is it the pistol, the sister pistol? Is it the one up from that? From the bombast? It must be. I'm thinking it is. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out my self-test elite pistol, my upgraded pistol, and I'm gonna take a shot at that thing. Does not have a range. I think it was just incident. Who did? And now
That's
probably
because it's a glove with a um, you put it up against whatever you're shooting and discharge your weapon. It doesn't have a range. It's melee. That's why there's only one use. You've got your polarity rifle, your triple beam focus rifle, your battle bow, a lot of other choices if you'd like to shoot it from range, or you can move up, use your 35 40 movement, and then shoot it with the cestus.
I know, but I have, for some reason, there's a weapon that's not there. Okay, go ahead and redo this then, or just leave it as is.
What are you trying to shoot? So
I'm gonna
are you moving up and shooting it
no,
with the cestus?
no.
Okay, so what are you trying to shoot it with?
I will use the polarity rifle.
All
You
right,
know,
so just
that
double click the damage.
or that small arm level 10.
All right, so ends up doing a little bit more damage as you pull out your rifle and blast into this thing. Are you moving or becoming photo attuned or anything else? Or graviton attuned?
Photo tune 1 and removing up.
All right, so Nosy has stopped the acid from corroding her. All right, so even though we didn't actually say it, it took you a couple hours to get here. So during that time, if you wanted to use your resolve to heal, you can. Nosy is the only one who may want to. You're down 37, but you still have 60. You have 115 points total with the hit
50.
points and your stamina together. So still left. So did Nosy want to use that
Yeah.
resolve? All right, so go to your front page and click that.
I may have clicked it twice.
All right, so that's
Twice by accident.
there we go. So it's the middle one. So it says Stam. So that's all fixed for you.
Okay.
So now Nosy, here we go.
To summon creature level 3. The creature full. Summon creature this along creatures that I have. I'm gonna try one of the ones that a little more rare. The one with the you get the list. Where do I find the list of the? I think I
Notes.
no. Creature list. Press either one.
Summon creature list.
Yes, I found it. Bugs level 4. Mental 8 beast. Only 8 beast. And all these have pictures on them, right?
All right, so you're
Here.
summoning the 8 beast.
APP and image. APP. So I pull up. Yeah. There it is. Ah, that nasty creature. I know them. So
All right,
cute.
so you begin summoning it, and it will then appear the next turn on your turn.
Okay. Okay. I think that's all I can do, right? I don't want to move any closer, but I could move if I wanted to. Right? Can I move?
Yes, you're able to move. Just can't do any other standard action.
Right. Okay. Take care.
All right, don't forget to mark off the spell.
Okay.
All right, and it is this creature's turn. So it got shot by Serena. So it's gonna trundle up, moves up on its little feet, and it tries to bite you.
Does it have 2 attacks because of the 2 bites? No.
We will find out.
Uh-huh.
All right, so the first bite, the first mouth tries to grab you, and it as you dodge out of the way, the other mouth does come down and try to bite at you as well. And that is also a miss. Why is it only getting 14? Hold on.
Advantages.
I was going in from the wrong one. All right, so it should have been 26. So let me see. All right, so the first bite was still a miss. But the second bite was a hit.
Okay.
All right, so let's see if what your KAC is.
Is 31. 31.
31. It got a 35. So it did get your target KAC plus 4. So you are grappled. So this thing starts to swallow you.
Under conditions, right? Grapple.
So you are in its mouth, and there's a whole long list here of what happened. We'll get there on your turn.
Do I get attack of opportunity?
You do not get an attack of opportunity, no, as this thing starts swallowing you. Zarel.
Yes. Sorry, doing preliminary research. My bad. All right. Ooh, let me target that thing. That's a big boy.
It has.
That is a
It
boy.
is in the middle of swallowing Serena.
Okay.
Beginning of swallowing.
It failed its save.
Okay, why isn't it attacking? I clicked on attack. Why isn't it? Oh, that's right, because it meant, never mind. Because I'm a ditz.
User error.
All right, so this thing rears back and screams out with its other mouth as your mind thrust And you'll see some secretions coming from different parts and pores on his body. Are you moving or anything else?
Nope, I don't need to. It's good
Right.
enough that Serena has in-person contact. I'll stay back a little bit.
You did 57 damage. Oh,
All
Yep.
right, so start of the next round, Surreal. Everybody else is being swallowed
Ooh,
or still reacting to the mind blast. So you get to go again.
okay. Well, let me just do it a second time then. Let's see.
oh.
Again, nice. Alrighty. Damage.
All right, so you see the thing is starting to slump down, sink down on some of its legs, and it's breathing heavy. Uh, and this second wave mental attack blasts into it. All right, Nosy, where do you want your creature to show up?
Is there a range on that?
Yes, there is. I don't know what it is without looking at it.
Wait, what? Look, ability, skills, mobility. What word am I looking for? Let's see. Reach is 10. Speed is 30. Common 30. And melee. So it's going to get up close to me. Right on the opposite.
Are you are you asking
Uh,
what the range of the spell is, or the creature?
The spell is a spell. I can put that anywhere I want, right? Up to like 100 feet or something. Like 100 feet away. Doesn't matter. I'm putting it right next to the guy opposite Serena so that flanking it. Okay. So exactly opposite.
Yes, and then as far as yes, it bites people, so it does need to be adjacent.
Okay. Yeah, put it on the map. Hell is
And
like that. It's like that
what do you want to call it?
target. His name? Call him Fred. Freddy, baby. It is Freddy. Large magical beast. Like click the beginning of the melee.
All
And
right,
then
so that comes up at the beginning of your turn. It pops into existence with a pop and roars in response to this big thing's roar, uh, and you still have your turn.
I'm going to do mind thrust. Level 3.
Okay.
Rolling the dice. Cast this. It's a fail.
All right, so you targeted yourself when you failed, but the creature saved. So does it take half damage? I don't remember.
Uh, and
I think it is half damage.
All right, so go
yeah,
ahead and
there's will. So we will large target and will save
all right, so go ahead and roll your
half.
damage. 27. So he needs to do 27
Oh,
damage.
yeah.
So it did take half, but that was still enough to knock it out. 70-10 is level 3.
No, you mean?
Yeah.
Yep, it is. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. So that is enough as it collapses onto Serena. You're able to wiggle and cut and squirm your way out as the ape creature comes behind you and grabs your legs and yank, pulls you out. You all are out of combat.
Yay.
And that is where we will leave it for next time. As Serena's standing there with bile all over her, and this large ape creature towers over her.
You put up the picture of my piece initially, right? That icon on there is like Venom on a bad day. Yeah. Oh yeah.
There you go. That is the image of it. All right. And so thank you guys for playing. We know we can have up to 2 other players depending on who is able to play. So hopefully next time we'll do that. If you guys change your mind, the last time we talked about it, we determined that as long as 2 people were here, we were going to play. So if that ever changes, send me a message, and don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that happy stuff. Appreciate the subscription very much. Thank you so much for that. Don't forget to use up your points. You can heal yourselves. You can give boosts to your fellow teammates, stuff like that. So look for it on the YouTubes if you want to catch up. Whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day. Say good night, guys.
Good night,
Good
guys.
night, guys.